Started.
Havana from, is that Norway? Norway, yeah. Okay, let's see. I have played a Sicilian recently and an Elechan's defense. Let's go back to e4, e5. Oh, a King's Gambit. Well, I have to accept it. I just did this. We'll see how much trouble I get into. Play the main line. Very dangerous opening. So he pushes immediately. Yeah, he provokes the pawn immediately, so I have to push forward. And now, okay, this is the Kieseritzky Gambit. And let's see, what are the moves here? I guess knight f6 is the main move. Attacking the e-pawn. I think there's also h4 and you know, I've been playing with d6 and just kicking the knight and then h4, which is an interesting way to play. So now he comes out with the bishop, attacking my pawn on f7. So I think I have to play d5 here. I think that's necessary. And then I need to block the pawn so this diagonal doesn't open up. So this is about as far as my opening series went. So we have a position. We'll see if I can play it. This pawn is loose still. This pawn is also not entirely well defended. Knight h5 maybe is possible, but maybe I should instead try and develop another piece here. Maybe it's possible to take his knight. That leaves his pawn hanging. So he could take it with his knight. He takes there instead. Okay, so knight takes knight. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Hits here and does not look very appealing, all in all. So let's develop the knight out this way. Reestablish a little bit of support for the g-pawn. Yeah, I've allowed his dark squared bishop into the game, which is not a good sign for me. But, well, these positions can be tough to play. Looks like this guy knows what he's doing, too.
Check.
So, yeah, his bishop was just loose. And let's see, if I block, he can take, and then I can take. And then he can grab this pawn here. A lot of stuff, I mean, grab the bishop, leaving a pawn there. A lot of stuff comes off. This d-pawn is loose at the end.
Check.
But he will end up, oh, he took with the bishop. I was expecting him to take with the knight. Because if he takes with a knight, then he can end up with the bishop pair, which might be an advantage. But maybe he has a tactical reason for keeping the knight on. Anyway, in this position, I'm thinking of playing queen to e7 and setting up a battery or a discovered attack and then a pin. Potential for discovered attacks and pins. So that discourages me from taking his knight, right? Because knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Well, maybe it's possible. Let's think about this. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, defends my knight, and allows him to pin. So I might try queen e2, pinning the bishop. But I could play queen to e7, which unpins. I think I ought to try that. Yeah, so he doesn't do any of that. So I would think I'll play queen e7 anyway, because that kind of threatens some discoveries. I guess he's just going to castle, though. Yeah. So now I need to get out of dodge. Let's castle queenside. A lot of times you can escape from your shattered kingside by castling queenside. And pause to count the material. Looks like he's gotten back his gambit pawn. He can win a... Not. He can't Can he win the g-pawn? Oh yeah, he can. He takes here, and then he can grab the g-pawn. So he will come out a pawn ahead. And I have a check here and here.
Check.
Which may be useful at some point. I also have the open g file. So it's not like this is a horrible position. I have a bishop against a knight. I'm just down a pawn. My king maybe is a little bit safer than his. He's got more open lines around his king right now. I have a check here and a check here that the queen is guarding. And rook to g8. So I could, in this position, I could get the pawn back by taking the knight and then grabbing on d5 there. But I would prefer to give the check first. It's interesting. So he is hitting my queen and defending the pawn. So check.
Check.
Let's keep the queens on, and let's go ahead and do this maneuver. I'll mess up his pawns the way he's messed up mine. And just take with the rook, I thought. Oh, he's going to grab this pawn. True. Yeah, he's got a ready-made attack along my b file here. The rook for the moment blocks his queen. So this, I don't know how this is going to work out. And he's got pressure here. Let's considering tossing the h-pawn here and just playing rook to d8. Defending here, check. Rook takes, check. Queen here, check. Can block with the pawn. See, is there anything else? His rook is a bit loose at the moment, but after he takes here, it'll be well defended. And yeah, let's see. I have anything great? Okay. I can also take on c3. If he takes on h7. So he defended c3 and defended d1. So let's advance this pawn. Maybe it'll slow down his ideas on the king side. Didn't want to. I've opened up this diagonal, I realize, but the queen's the only piece that can really exploit that diagonal, and I didn't want to always have to worry about yeah, about those mate threats. So now he is kind of threatening something here, right? Not really. I guess rook takes. He can't guard the diagonal and the pawns at the same time. Now I'm going to invade with my rook to, oh, he wanted to go there. I was just about to invade with my rook to d2 there. Let's see. Okay, rook takes, queen takes, rook takes, and we get into a rook and pawn endgame. Rook here, rook takes there, I take.
Server announcement.
So he's going to have two pawns, and I'll have two extra pawns over here, but his might be faster. I don't know if I have any choice but to go into this endgame. We'll see how it works out. I thought I could get the A pawn as well as the C pawn, and then I have a runner on the A file, and he has a runner on the H file. We'll see. It's one of those contests. One of those races. If he advances the pawn, I get behind it, and he really can't get a piece in place to defend it, right? So I'm just going to take it. And then he's going to start pushing his... exactly. He's going to start pushing his pawn, and I'm going to start pushing mine. But I have to make sure... Yes, I can stop it here. I have to make sure I don't get mated first. Or I have to make sure he doesn't queen first. Okay, so that's good. I've stopped him for the moment. Now he's going to promote his... start pushing his other pawn. Okay, I should count 1, 1, 2 takes, queen with check. Aha, so he has to stop my pawn. So, that's interesting. So I can bring my king over here to support these guys. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe this loses. Hard to say. He's just gonna take that pawn. But I thought he had it better. I thought he could have just actually pushed the g-pawn there, because there was no easy way I was going to defend that. Now I get over here and maybe I can round up these guys.
Check.
Let's see. Can he start delivering checks here? Maybe. Tricky, tricky position. Ah, I see. He's got a pawn push here.
Check. Check.
So I'm just trying to stop him from advancing
Check.
his h-pawn. Yeah, he keeps gobbling up my pawns. That's unfortunate. I guess I could have delivered this check, huh? Oh, man.
Check. Check.
Well, he probably has a checkmate here of some kind.
Check.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I wasn't able to stop him, but he can deliver the checkmate here. Okay, well, good game. I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.